Simi Pasha and you're watching Good News Today, our special series where we bring you stories of hope and courage. This is our initiative to showcase positive stories because we believe news needn't always be bad. Our top focus this week is on the Clean Everest mission being launched by the Indian Army, which is planning to send a team on a challenging journey to clean biodegradable waste from the world's highest peak. A team of mountaineers of the Indian Army will be undertaking this task on the 50th anniversary of India's conquest of the Everest. Take a look.
At 8,848 meters, the Mount Everest can either be a seductive death trap or a stepping stone for success. But one has to step very carefully here, as this also happens to be the world's highest junkyard. As the number of climbers increased over the years, so has the waste left behind from expeditions. And the Indian Army will remove some of this waste from Mount Everest during their Silver Jubilee celebratory expedition this year.
हमारी जो एक्सपीडिशन टीम है ये इसी स्वच्छ अभियान को माउंट एवरेस्ट पर्वत तक ले जा रही है। वहाँ पर जो कैंप्स हैं, जो बाकी लोकेशंस हैं, वहाँ पर काफ़ी नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट इकट्ठा हो रखा है। माउंट एवरेस्ट और लोत्से के ऊपर विजय हासिल करने के अलावा एक ये भी उद्देश्य है कि जो नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट इकट्ठा हो रखा है उसकी वहाँ से सफाई की जाए, हटाया जाए, ताकि जो पर्यावरण है उसका संतुलन हम मेंटेन कर सकें वहाँ पर।
During the expedition, 30 days have been set aside for the team's Swachh Everest mission. The team will collect all non-biodegradable mountaineering waste dumped by generations of climbers and along with the Sherpas bring it down. The Indian Army team aims to bring down at least 4,000 kg of waste from the high altitude camps down to base camp. Apart from the base camp at an altitude of 17,700 feet, there are 4 other camps before summit at 8,848 meters. The team, along with local Sherpas and other volunteers, will docket the waste and initiate a Swachh Everest mission at camps 1, 2, 3 and 4 at unforgiving altitudes between 19,697 feet and 29,028 feet.
This is called Indian Army Everest Massive Expedition. Okay. We are calling it massive because in this we are climbing not only Everest, which is the highest in the world, but Mount Lhotse also, which is the 4th highest in the world. Okay. So we are calling it Everest Massive Expedition. Okay. And in combined with that, we are also making an effort to clean the mountaineering waste from the Everest region. And we are also, our 5 boys are also running Everest Marathon, which is the highest marathon in the world.
जाने के लिए 2015 के एवरेस्ट एक्सपीडिशन में तो हमने 14 में ही हमारा सिलेक्शन कैंप हुआ था मनाली में, फ्रेंड्स पीक में। तो विंटर में हमारी सभी के वहाँ पे बुलाया गया था और हमारा सभी का सिलेक्शन हुआ। तो मेरे सौभाग्य है कि मैं इस टीम का हिस्सा बना।
This expedition is separate. We've started building up, we've started conditioning training ever since December, and it takes about 4 to 5 months of good preparation for them to sustain the entire expedition. And because once you're out in the mountains, you will not have, your supplies will be very frugal. Like when you're higher up, you would want to do everything in whatever little is available. The little is what we have, like energy bars, like that is what is usually carried on the expedition day, the summit day. Then you have certain equipment like the snow goggles. They take care of illnesses such as snow blindness. And with respect to the hand warmers, they would make sure that the person doesn't have a frostbite. It would prevent. Other than that, we do carry a lot of technical medical equipment in terms of emergency drugs. They have a personal medical pouch which is fitted with all the high altitude medicines. Okay. And I keep taking their classes before the expedition, so that if there is an untoward emergency, they can consult me and then I can quickly tell them what medicine to take and how to take. They are more or less survival specialists themselves after being in the wilderness for so long.
More than 4,000 climbers have reached Mount Everest since 1953, when it was first conquered by Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. And with the rising number of climbers, so did their heap of trash on the ancient crevasses of this mountain. Sherpas each year since 2008 have retrieved around 15,000 kg of trash. Nepali artists have sculpted into works of art 1.5 metric tons of trash taken from Mount Everest as part of an awareness campaign to keep the summit pristine.
The Indian Army has many pressing challenges, and to many perhaps it may appear that climbing the Everest is not a priority. However, by doing what they are doing and in the manner in which they are doing what they are doing, they are acting as brand ambassadors of India, carrying a message outside to keep the surroundings clean. With Ashok Bhanot in New Delhi, Jugal Purohit reporting for Headlines Today.
Last week, we brought you a story about a group of young innovators from schools and colleges who had been invited by the President to the Rashtrapati Bhavan to showcase their creations. This week, we're bringing you part 2 of the story. The list of invitees didn't just include regular whiz kids. It also included school dropouts and grassroots innovators. Take a look.
ये मशीन बायोमास गैसिफायर है। एग्रीकल्चर वेस्टेज कोई भी कचरा हो जो जलने लायक होना चाहिए उससे चलता है। उससे बिजली बनाता है। और ये 15 kVA का है। और हम 2-3 टाइप के बनाते हैं, साउंड प्रूफ, विदाउट साउंड प्रूफ और टायर वाला, मूवमेंट वाला, इधर उधर कहीं भी लेके जा सकते हैं। जैसे इसी के टायर लगे हुए हैं ना, तो ये थोड़ा इससे थोड़ा बड़ा टायर लगता है। जैसे जितना बड़ा हो सिस्टम उस हिसाब से हम बनाते हैं। जैसे ट्रैक्टर की ट्रॉली की तरह होता है बिल्कुल। उसी अपने खेत से कचरा डालो, इसमें डालो, डीजल पेट्रोल की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है और उसी से बिजली बनाओ। अपना खेत का सिंचाई करना है, शाम को आप अपने घर लेके जाओ या दूसरा खेत है तो उसमें लेके जाओ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। हाँ, घर में अपना कोई प्रोग्राम हो तो घर में ला के रखो और बिजली बनाओ, चलाओ। घर का वेस्टेज जैसे खेती में सरसों का है, ग्वार का है, बाजरे का है, गन्ने का है या और कॉटन का है, इस टाइप के कोई भी वेस्टेज है। जैसे गाय भैंस का चारा हम खिलाते हैं, उसमें कुछ डंठल वगैरह बच जाते हैं तो उसको सुखा के वो भी हम काम में ले सकते हैं। गाय भैंस का गोबर उपले वगैरह है, उसको सुखा के वो भी हम इसमें यूज़ ले सकते हैं।
Godas Narasimha is a fisherman from Muktapur village, and in their fishing lake, once this hyacinth is filled up, 50 people for 1 month they have to work, and they used to have all types of problems, wounds, then snake bites and all. He is very much interested in technology, so he said, why can't I develop a machine? Not educated, he is undergraduate, but he is interested in mechanism. So he thought he will make a machine to cut this, and he made one crude machine, and he cleared that lake in 5 days with 3 people help, cutting down 47 people, and the total agony of all the fishermen has been cleared. We saw that the Commissioner Municipal Corporation said, this is going to be a big help for me, why don't you try this in one of the lakes. They gave it as a pilot project, they were very, very happy, and we cleared 4 lakes. I mentor Narasimha, and as far as we know, this is the only machine made to clear at such a low cost, and made in India, and made it in the village. And all the technocrats, all these people who did this are all school dropouts, uneducated, assisted in welding to fabrication, everything. He asked for the machinery, which we sent from the city to that village. He fabricates, he designs everything. Design, fabrication, erection is of his part. This costs 10 lakhs, this machine. This is the 3rd version of the machine, which is very, very effective. In one of the lakes, we cleared almost 100 tons per day, which is one of the, I think this is the heaviest, because this hyacinth has 80% water. Once it is cut, around 60% water goes back to the lake. So we are not draining out the water also. At the same time, once the water is clear, all types of birds, swans, everything will come back. It looks fresh. But total eradication of mosquitoes in and around that colonies has been appreciated by the people. And people now they ask, we want this machine to clear hyacinth in the lakes. This is all Narasimha's effort, and I only mentor him.
Vidhu Vinod Chopra has become the first Indian filmmaker to script, direct and produce a Hollywood movie. Set against the backdrop of gang wars along the US-Mexico border, Broken Horses promises to be quite a thriller. And if you're familiar with Chopra's work, you're not going to give this a miss.
I do not recall ever breaking an aerial here.
No, we didn't. Actually broke an aerial on the highway in America to say that this is, you know, we Indians have come to make a film, we'll do it our ways.
We're shooting beautiful anamorphic in beautiful California desert.
Got that fairly quickly, like a John Ford shot from one of those high-end westerns back in the day. I broke a coconut.
The script is it's unusual because it's modern, but it has all these iconic American themes in it. It's a western, it's a film noir, it's a gangster movie, and yet it's none of those things, and it's a fairy tale.
There's a crazy scene in the film where Vincent D'Onofrio actually gets slapped. We needed finally fire to hit his face, and we needed the skin of his face to move in a certain fashion, in extreme slow motion. I couldn't believe that he just said, it's okay, you can slap me.
I was very happy during this movie. And I think it's because I was directed. I haven't been directed in a long time.
So that you know, I will come behind you, so you won't take the shots of you and the candles. God damn it! God damn it! Hands, go hands! Thank you very much, everybody. This is one, right? Of course. Yeah. Peter, I don't give up. I don't give up, man. This is a perfect thing.
I feel like I've done a good job, but I feel like a lot of it, I think some of it is because of my experience in acting, and I think some of it is because of Vinod's directing.
Baz, tell them where you are. You stand this side. You come behind him. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sit down. You do that whole thing, and we can do a little, maybe we can do a little push. Look here.
The passion that you bring to this project, it's an inspiration for all of us. To come here and do what you're doing is greatly appreciated. Thank you, Vinod.
Okay, that's the next thing.
You know, it all comes from the top, the vision and the direction, and also the feeling and the sense of how the set runs.
Move the car! Hey, hold on, cut it. Peter, run here. Hey, Peter, come here fast. Run. We'll lose the train. Come on, you know the shot.
That guy.
Get in, let's go. And action! Roll the camera.
And I think that's what made this movie special.
Very nice shooting.
I don't even know what about.
Yeah, I know.
He's a director through and through.
Superb. Go close, same shot.
I understood the story was this redemptive way for him to connect to the thing he cared about the most, his brother, and to be able to shed very slowly all of the experiences that made him into sort of the monster, unfortunately.
So you say action.
I'll say action.
And then I will keep watching, and then if I'm happy, I will say cut. If I'm unhappy, I'll say cut. Ready, Mr. Cut it!
This is probably the greatest experience of my cinematic history.
It was very touching to see the kind of commitment the whole crew had.
heartbreaking story.
Hey, Franco, are you talking about James? We know that he's a good man! We know it!
That's all we could pack into this edition of Good News Today. You can send us your feedback, tweet the team at HLT Good News. Have a great weekend.